The Inca people believed in a powerful spirit world, one that was deeply intertwined with their daily lives and natural surroundings. Mountains, called Apus, were sacred. These towering peaks were not just geographical features, but were considered living entities with their own personalities and powers. The Inca saw the Apus as protectors, guardians of the people and the land. They believed that the Apus watched over them, providing guidance and protection. They gave gifts to the mountains to keep them happy. These gifts included food, cloth, and even animals. Offerings were made to ensure the Apus's favor and to maintain harmony between the human and spiritual worlds. The offerings were carefully chosen and presented with great reverence. Cloth, known as textiles, was often intricately woven and held significant cultural value. The most important gift was the Capacocha. This was a highly significant ritual that involved the sacrifice of children, a practice that was both rare and deeply meaningful. This was a ritual where children were sacrificed. The Inca believed these children became messengers to the gods, carrying the community's prayers and requests to the divine realm. The Inca believed these children became messengers to the gods. They were chosen for their beauty and purity, seen as the most worthy to communicate with the deities. They picked children who were beautiful and pure. These children were often from noble families and were treated with the utmost care and respect before the ceremony. The Capacocha was rare, but very important to the Inca. It was a profound expression of their devotion and their desire to maintain balance and favor with the powerful mountain gods. The Inca Empire was huge, one of the largest empires in pre-Columbian America. It stretched along the Andes Mountains in South America, covering parts of present-day Peru, Ecuador, Bolivia, Argentina, Chile, and Colombia. Cusco, the capital city, was in the center of this vast empire. It was known as the navel of the world by the Inca people. The Inca were great builders and astronomers. They constructed impressive stone structures without the use of mortar, and their observatories were used to study the stars and planets. They built amazing cities and temples, such as Machu Picchu and the Sacsayhuaman Fortress, which still stand today as a testament to their engineering skills. A network of roads connected their empire, spanning over 25,000 miles. These roads allowed for efficient communication and transportation across the rugged terrain. The Inca ruler was called the Sapa Inca. He was the most powerful person in the empire and was considered a living god. He was believed to be a descendant of the sun god, Inti, who was the most important deity in the Inca pantheon. The Inca believed in order and balance, which they called Aini. This principle guided their agricultural practices, community life, and even their religious ceremonies. The Capacocha was a way to keep this balance. It was a ceremonial practice that involved offering sacrifices to the gods to ensure harmony and prosperity. It was a sacrifice for the good of everyone, often involving the offering of valuable items, animals, and sometimes even humans, to appease the gods and maintain cosmic order. The Capacocha wasn't done often. It was saved for important events. These included the death of an emperor or a natural disaster. The Inca believed the sacrifice would please the gods and bring good luck. The children chosen for the Capacocha were seen as blessed. They were treated with great honor and respect. They went on a long journey to the mountains with priests and helpers. The journey to the mountaintop was hard. The path was rugged and steep, testing the endurance of everyone who dared to climb it. Each step was a challenge, but the promise of reaching the summit kept them going. The children walked for many days, carrying gifts for the gods. These offerings were a symbol of their devotion and hope for blessings. The journey was not just a physical one, but a spiritual pilgrimage that connected them to their ancestors. They wore nice clothes and jewelry. These garments were not just for show, they held deep cultural significance. The intricate designs and vibrant colors told stories of their heritage and identity. As they climbed higher, the air got thinner. Breathing became difficult, and every breath was a struggle. The altitude was a formidable adversary, but they pressed on, driven by their unwavering determination. The priests gave them coca leaves to chew to help them with the altitude. This ancient remedy eased their discomfort and gave them the strength to continue. The coca leaves were a gift from the earth, providing relief and energy. When they reached the top, a special area was ready. The site was meticulously prepared, a sacred space where the heavens met the earth. It was a place of reverence and awe, where the rituals would take place. The priests performed rituals and made offerings. These ceremonies were a bridge between the mortal and the divine, a way to communicate with the gods. The offerings were made with great care, each one carrying a prayer and a wish. They gave the children chicha, a drink that made them sleepy. This traditional beverage was part of the ritual, a way to prepare the children for their final rest. The chicha was brewed with love and tradition, a last gift to the young ones. Then the children were put in a burial chamber with their belongings. This chamber was their final resting place, filled with artifacts that told the story of their lives. It was a solemn and sacred moment, a farewell to the young souls who had made the journey. Recently, archaeologists have made amazing discoveries. High in the Andes, they have found frozen bodies of Capacocha children. These mummies are very well preserved. They give us a look into the past. The children are often buried with cloth, pottery, and small statues. These artifacts tell us about Inca beliefs. They show how important the Capacocha ritual was. The mummies remind us of a complex and interesting culture. They make us think about life and death in the Inca world. The Capacocha is something people disagree about. It reminds us of a violent past. But it's important to remember that the Inca had different beliefs. They saw the world differently. Today, the Capacocha is a part of Andean history. It reminds us how strong beliefs can be. It's a story that continues to fascinate us. Like and subscribe Emgotv360 for more stories.